Good morning, folks. It's 5:56. And I'll be right back because actually, no, I'm just going to stay here. Okay. I know I make some weird faces when I do this stuff. Anyway. 5:56 a.m. Saturday, March 11th, 2017. There you go. There's our timestamp. Black Panther dude, what's happening? Wait a minute. Just close that. Excuse me. Extraterrestrial beings. Understanding them. Talking with them. They're here. Now what do we do? They landed. So now what do we do? I'm going to watch the news and I'm going to see what's going on in that news now. I'm going to talk about it on emails and on the internet and blogs. And going to be right there at the beginning of it. I can't wait. Going to talk with my friends about it. Why don't you talk to the ETs? Why don't you talk with them? I'm going to wait and hear what the news says about it. Because they always tell the truth. They're going to tell me. I don't watch the bad news station. I watch the good one. It's the one I like. The rest of them are bogus. They're all bogus. What have I been trying to do since I started doing this stuff? Turn you on to the one incredible source that you have for your own truth. And who is that? Dun, da, da, da. You. You are the one best source you have for truth. You are the only source to have your own truth. You have to make up your own mind about things. I've been doing everything. Excuse me. I've been doing everything I can to help you wake up, become yourself, to increase your power levels, your metaphysical power levels, your abilities. Excuse me. Why? And how have I been doing this? Well, I've been telling you, number one, that you have them, and it's not a gift from some great god. That was an arrogant son of a bitch, both male and female parts, and they're dead, along with some other stuff over there. They're gone. You finally have the closest thing to free will that you've ever had in any of your lives, not just this life. I've helped you understand by relaxing and letting go, and it's a thought process of releasing thought. You can't just let your thought process go. It's going to keep happening. You have something called the autonomic nervous system. That's what keeps your heart going, your nerves have energy going through them, through the brain, through your organs. This is the they used to call it the autonomic nervous system. That was a long time ago. Remember, I'm more than half a century old. Papa J being around a while. I've tried to get you to understand who you are and tell you that just by relaxing and going inside and letting go, You actually initiate your abilities. You help them. There's all these folks out there with different meditation videos and stuff. Any of them that help you just relax and be calm and go out, wonderful. Some people work with mantras. Okay, I'm sorry. To me, they have no purpose. They're dysfunctional. Why? Well, I got there with my mantra. I got there with my mantra. Keep on saying that. I got there with my mantra. You're going to convince yourself I got there with my mantra. Oh, for Pete's sake, that's totally engaging your conscious mind until you get so tired of saying it, you numb yourself out. That's the only way to get anywhere with a mantra. I know the Tibetan monks, a bunch of them use it. I don't give a damn. So what? Love them. I care about them, but I'm not into that. I'm into you. Everything, everywhere. Excuse me. By relaxing and opening up, that's how you literally say hello, how you doing, to your spirit guides and everything else. The more you talk with your spirit guides, the more you relax and flow and get used to talking with your spirit guides, you're going to realize you're actually talking to a person. Animal essence, when they're not in the body, you know what they look like? They can come to us as different animals, but when you talk to them, they're the most intelligent stuff out there you can talk to. How about that? When you see a tiger, it might growl at you to give you energy, to help you at a time when you need strength. You can talk to them like a regular person. That's been doing it for years. I've been trying to help you learn how to communicate with the other side. And as you can do that and you start trusting that, then next thing you know, you're going to be talking with folks, with ETs, telepathically. I talk with them all the time. I mean, you know. When you talk telepathically, you're literally talking with image, thought process. Your brain, as you connect with an ET's brain, you are using your images, your known images, to convey images to someone else. Sometimes they can get an exact image in your head, okay? And they can do the same with you. But also, when your brain goes to communicate a certain basic thing, it's throwing out energy. This is energy transfer, okay? You're putting out energy of certain frequencies. When it goes into their brain, they're going to understand it through their own images. It's a universal communication device. Guess what? It's part of you. You have it. You own it. So why not own that? The fact that you own it. Own that fact. Own who you are. I've given you tools to help. Taught you about stone energy to help activate different parts of the brain. The more you activate it and use it, what happens? Like a muscle, the stronger it gets. The better you are, the more you increase, the better your ability to do that. You do not have to become an incredibly powerful telepath like the Antids, like the Drak. You don't need to. They already are. You just have to get started. You don't have to worry, I'll never become telepathic enough and everything. Folks, they're already talking with a lot of people. Burju, Paul, Deanna, Siobhan, Eileen, Anne. Anne didn't think she could. Next thing you know, she's talking with our kids. She didn't want to believe it, and then talking with her for a while, she understood. If I could have, if it was possible, I would have loved to have just had classes with people helping you become this. Anyone I spend time with, all they do is become stronger. It's not just my energy feeding them. It's them understanding if your parents were lucky enough to have been raised in a world where at 6 years old they started understanding the reality of metaphysical abilities, you would already be telepathic. Okay? 1 second. That fan was driving me nuts. Not really, just make a lot of noise. I would have loved to have been able to do that. If I could spend a week with you, your life would never be the same. And it's not because I'm so great, I'm not. But you would understand for yourself, have your own truth. And you would be stronger. I know I've left you what you need, and I'm running out of time. I'm trying to figure out something else I can do. And I have like no time. Anyway, the stone energy, citrine, focus. Grade AAA citrine. This stuff is awesome. So beautiful. Some pieces have more orange in it. More citrine, whatever. It's got more oranges in it. Citrine. Some of it's darker, a little hard to focus. Some of it's lighter. Of course, part of it the different purpose for the different people requires different frequencies. That's why when I build these personal spheres, when I build the spheres, period, they work. The generic ones, powerful as hell. They're permanent. No batteries. All you do is put your arms up to it and it works forever. Your children, their children, their children, just forever. The personal ones, I get exactly what you need for your body. As your body changes and gets stronger, there's other stones that can complement it even more, but the spheres still are incredibly strong, will work forever. You do not have to have a sphere made specifically for you, personal one. It's still going to work great. It's just when I tailor it to you, it's just to do all I can. It's to give your body the exact frequencies that you need to help you open up, become yourself. Powers up different parts of the brain. Stones of energy that are real strong. Amazonite is high vibration. Cleaning. I've got some interesting Amazonite. It's raw. It's got a little tourmaline in there, a little quartz. Amazonite is high vibration. It filters unwanted frequencies. It has a mind of its own. Why? It's got Gaia in there. But the energy of the stone is cleansing. It's high vibration, feeds you high vibration, but at the same time, it's also cleansing. You put this with some citrine, you got some serious cleaning going on, and then some black tourmaline helps get rid of it. Black tourmaline makes your energy frequency slippery. Stuff you don't want, you gone. But that's not what I read in the book. I went to the stone store. They're the experts. And I got the book, and the person wrote the book, he's an expert, and they all said for the highest being and your true self and the angels. Yeah, they all said the same shit. Stones come from the earth just like your body. They have different frequencies within them, just like your body. There's different types of different stones will have slightly different frequencies than each other. This is easy for you to see after you've been playing with them long enough. It might take a few years. It might take a year. But once you get involved in it, you're going to start feeling the difference within, days, hours, minutes, seconds. Sometimes it's that quick. How are you going to know unless you try? Talking with the spirit guides. Well, what do the psychics do? Well, a lot of metaphysical practitioners use cards all the time. Sometimes they don't. A lot of the same metaphysical practitioners use and don't use cards. It's, whatever they go through. As your brain evolves, you get stronger. It's nice to have cards. It's nice to have pictures, because sometimes when your brain's growing and getting stronger, and you can't focus when you're like that, folks. You can't focus when your brain's like that. So, at one point, you might be concerned, and you say, what's wrong with me? I can't say. I can't see. I don't know. I can't say anything to anybody about what's going on. I can't do a consult. I can't see. This was the card in the bottom of the deck. This is double Sowolu. Sowolu is being yourself. They say there's no inversion. Yes, it is. It's the way you make it. Then this is, don't make things about yourself. It could be things about starships being farther away right now. It could also tell you, it's like, what's the matter with me? I can't, I can't see right now. You might get this card that says, that's a very strong, powerful. You're not yourself right now. You're not in a place where you have your normal abilities. Okay. And if you're getting real worried about it, this is Gibo. This can mean gift. This is crossing, coming together. Okay. Sometimes it can also mean that's it, death. There's a basic meaning for it, which, is about things coming together. Okay. Oftentimes people coming together, but it can also mean stop. Right now, you're not yourself. Stop. Quit freaking. And then you might get Isa. Calm down. What's this? Hagalas. And it's with a bar at the top, meaning like if you were jumping, it'd be the highest to get over. It says right now difficulties are very high. You're not just having difficulties, you're at a point where there's serious, big obstacle. And you're having a problem seeing right now. Well, yeah. You can't see right now because your brain's getting worked on, because your brain cells are evolving. It's a good thing. But so don't freak out. And then this is gift. This is receiving a large gift. So that's talking with you right now about something I was just talking about. This is Radho inverted, which means don't physically get up yet. Don't touch that dial. What that means is don't, because you're having a problem seeing stuff, don't run away from it. Wow, okay, a card just popped out of my hand. Don't run away from it. Don't think you can't do this and there's something wrong. You say, I'm never going to do this again. Don't physically run away from it. This is Wunjo, and it's upright. It means joy. Be happy, because you're getting stronger. Okay? These cards work, folks. Any oracle card, oracle cards, animal cards, I love them. Dr. Stephen D. Farmer. I wanted to make some animal cards. I couldn't. Oh, there's 56 cards here. There's cards in here. Anyway, Dr. Stephen D. Farmer, his animal cards, Earth Magic, they're wonderful. Okay? It's a means of communication with the spirit guides. These have the different energy fields in them, what people call chakras. It can tell you when to power it up, when to protect yourself, when to use the left side of the brain, which is the more conscious mind, which is also more relative to the part of your Kundalini, the slightly smaller part but strong planetary essence that's inside you. Because remember, the two snakes in there, that's the two different spirits, two different beings inside you that make you you. So anyway. They work. They help you develop. They'll tell you, turn on your scanner, don't turn on your scanner. Time for balance. All the different chakras. Folks, it's all in there. Power up your pineal, protect yourself, you need it now. Dragon and unicorn, dragon, when to be strong but balanced. And always be honest with yourself. Always be honest with yourself. If you lie to yourself, what the hell have you got? What the hell have you got worth living for, or not living for, whatever, if you're not honest with yourself? So also, beyond this stuff, and with the cards, there's the rune book. The rune book you can buy at thespiritualfoundation.com. You can get it Amazon.com, Amazon Europe, Ireland, blah, or US, Euro, whatever. It's all over the place. Europe. This has got Dana did all the artwork. She's an architect, graphic designer too. It's got different all the different symbols. Okay, there's 56 cards, and I think like 53 card meanings, whatever, symbols. So also, anyway, that helps you talk with your spirit guides. The more you talk with them, what happens? Well, the more you talk with your spirit guides, the more you develop your ability to communicate, the more you get used to using it, and then the more you start talking with our friends in space. And we have a lot to talk about with our friends in space here in a minute. Something you need to know about yourself, something you need to know about our friends in space. Where did everyone come from? What are you? Where'd you come from? How does a soul get put in a body? How does spirit get put in a body? What different types of spirit are there? Where did this thing called God come from? What kinds of different energy is there? How did it all happen? Bam. Angels, what are they? Creation. Its journey evolving into paradise. The first one is creation. It's beginning in your origin, and this is creation. It's journey evolving into paradise. That's about everything. After everything was made and things got started, what happened? What happened in creation to get to where we are? Who are you? Where'd you come from? Book 1. How do we get here? What's going on? What's been going on in creation? Folks, you're not even allowed to know what's going on in your physical lives here on the planet. Everyone is asleep about the fact that there's beings from other planets that have been here over 10 million years. When did they get here? Bada boom, bada bing, right here. Atlantis, Lemuria, the history of the earth, as well as all the new beings, spirit beings. Is every type of alien in this book? Or ET? No. There's over 4 trillion planets with life on them, with over hundreds of millions of beings on them. So, the ages of life on this planet: first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and now we're in the 6th. The 6th one started. Started December 21st, 2012. In the 5th age. At the end of the 5th age on planet Earth. And the 5th age of life on this planet. Remember, the Earth is young. Who are the angels? What's all this bull crap about an angel war? Who's Lucifer? Why was he made? How do you talk to stone? How do you deal with people that say that your abilities aren't real when they use theirs all day long? Fracking nitwits. James Randi, that's a perfect example. Another one is, Chris Angel? No, Chris Rock, he's cool. Chris Angel, sorry, dude. You're a schmuck. You see with your pineal and you deny everything. And then you try and lie to people. You call yourself the illusionist. Amazing. Anyway, the lower frequency or negativity percentages of all the different energy, all the different, spirit, sentient energy. Book 1, it's important to have that first. Book 2 is going to be really hard to understand if you don't have Book 1. Jay's selling his stuff. Yeah, whatever. I'm telling you about it. It's good for you. That's why I wrote the damn things. I've got into a lot of you, cranked you up. I've cranked up some of my family members, and they're so strong they're cranking up people all over the world. As soon as I leave, they're going to get real busy. As soon as this body drops and I go get out of here, I become myself again, not this stuck in this damn body. You've never been allowed to really be yourself. You've never been left alone while you're in a body to be yourself. Excuse me. You always had another part of spirit, sentient energy. It's got a mind of its own put inside you. The two parts of the Kundalini. So, anyway, it's important you know yourself. It's important you know where you came from. Oh, in book number 1, there's one thing missing in book number 1 I want to tell you about is the forest elves. They're the ones that look like the ones on Lord of the Rings and stuff like that. In Ireland, they call them the Shihee. It's S-I-D-H-E, but it's pronounced Shihee. Excuse me. Almost all of you have Fae running around in your house. Almost all of you listen to me that enjoy gardening or waking up to see multidimensionally. Almost every one of you have Fae running around your house. So you usually see them in the corner of your eyes, running through cupboards and stuff. I had one make half of a physical body run right by me. That was weird. I was watching TV years ago. That's before the fighting got intense. Spend so much time fighting stuff on the other side that they just want to keep this information from getting out to you so you can become aware of yourself. They wanted everybody in a body to stay dumb so they could play God on the other side. I've had 10.846 plus trillion lives. I always turn around, go almost right away, go back in a body. My last life, I was in the body Gandhi. Then I died there, and 8 years later, 7/27/1955, went into this body. When people want to release some of their what we call negative frequencies or lower frequencies, I'd be doing that when I was out of body. So anyway, I just kept going back in body. So they literally think I'm going to do it again just by the process of that's what I used to do. I've done it continuously since the beginning. So they figure I'm just going to do it again. Excuse me. And that, it's not going to happen. I have to stay outside and take on my role of janitor, creations janitor. fix stuff, keep things clean. Anyway, as soon as I go, these other people, and more are going to wake up. They're source. They have to be source to do this, but they're good source. So they're going to keep making everyone stronger. Because the stronger you get, the more you use your abilities, the easier it is for you to communicate with our friends. Folks, their family, they have equipment, like I've said. It's there's satellites going out there in space right now that the Anunnaki have designed. The NSA runs more of them than anyone else. They literally read your frequencies, and then they have a database that they're connected to. Excuse me, coffee burp. They have they read the frequencies inside your body, emanating from your body. And and they match that with their database of different times when those same frequencies, within a certain percentage, were found somewhere else. And they can tell you about, well, lots of times they can tell you about past lives. So they have a good idea of who you are when they read the frequencies. Don't forget, they talk with the other side too. Ta'ir is a very strong telepath. He has sadness in it. He's busy, his mind is going, but his heart is sad. Decay, womb. And I'm not going anywhere else, but that's two things that was in him, Ta'ir. Decay. That's the body decaying, dying, not his. And womb, the birth of these new children. Ta'ir is so cool. The blue avian, the feather people. That's the image he gives everyone, so people won't be afraid of him when they see him. He's not a liar for saying that. He's literally putting some dirt on his own personal honor to go out of his way to create a situation where y'all can start communicating, and then once you communicate, you know what they really look like. Then you see who they really look like. Could you imagine seeing about a 10-foot tall antid and talking with that? You think people freak out? Hell yeah. He was following a certain protocol that antids have used many times. Admiral Byrd, seeing the sun and everything inside the earth and everything else. That was the antids. They're the main communicators. They're really strong. They've been trained to do this all their life. All you have to do is to learn that you can talk with your spirit guides, and then learn that you're talking with them. Now, how do you know when you're talking to them? Excuse me. The first thing is you do, like I said, you do have to learn how to trust yourself more. Okay? With what's going on. And honestly, a real good way to do it is cards. Oracle cards. Relaxing. Talking with your spirit guides. When you start to talk a little bit with cards, it's like, okay, I'm communicating. This makes sense. Then, that's the first step. Second step is you relax. Look just get an image in your head of like a person or animal, something handing the card to you. Okay? Who gave me that card? Go look in your head, see who gave you the information for that card. Go look at him. Him or her. It won't be angels. They don't do that. Okay? Angels don't talk to you either. It's spirit guides. All of my angels are talking to me. No, they're not. Just spirit guides. Angels don't talk to you. So. When you look at the person and you open up your heart and go to them and you feel them. Is this being male or female? What's their basic intention? What's the feeling inside them? What are they trying to do? Is it protective, aggressive? Is it passive? Is it loving? Is it exciting? Is it hope? Is it communication? Just relax and feel. Excuse me. What's happening? What's going on? Then you learn how to trust that. How to trust that. Are you always going to have a little doubt in and out of there? Yeah, don't worry about it. Excuse me. Something that was part of me just hit the hell out of my right ear so hard. There was something serious happening and I needed to take care of it. Anyway, something at M66. That's the home of the new source spirit. It's a piece of something really being stupid. That was decently strong, but whatever's gone. It's dead. The other side, the second dimension, we're in the third, and there's a second, and the first is hidden. You'll never find it, and if you did, you can't get in there. Everything is forbidden to go inside that. That's where the new first beings just get made, just whatever stuff comes together. It's all happenstance. That's in book 1. All the different dimensions, how they're set up and why, how to make them. Well, you can't make them, but I mean how they're made, sorry. The power necessary to do that is crazy. It takes a lot less power to create a universe than it does to make a dimension. Never said that before, I guess I should have. Whatever. Anyway, so talking with ETs, well, first understanding them, about talking with them, to finish that, folks, they're experts at it. It's just you learning how to get started, and they're ready to talk with you. Now, they've been coming here, this last cycle, they've been coming here since we first found out about them 1922, 1923. 1922, they got a good glimpse of them. 1923, it was a known fact. They're here. Now you can go back to, as you go back through time, you'll see proof that they were here. I mean, going back to Egypt, I mean, there's a huge spacecraft that left Atlantis that came to Egypt. It happened in the Second Age, it happened in the Fourth Age, happened in the Fifth Age. Fifth Age, I can't remember. I have to look it up in the book. I can't remember stuff like that. I have a hard enough time remembering where I live anymore. I don't do this physical stuff too good anymore. 750,000 years ago was the beginning of the Fifth Age. These dates are approximate, but they're very, very close. And it was earlier in the Fifth Age when Atlantis sunk quarter of the way through it. Just past the quarter of the way through the first age the Fifth Age is when Atlantis finally started sinking. Those power pits that they had, they used them so much, and they built so many of them. They built 5 of them. And when I was Red Atom, I built the first one. I remember that. Hell. Where'd you go, buddy? Oh, that's funny. This is a piece of it. This is a piece of the first pit. The largest one ever made in Atlantis. This is where it blew up and exploded out of the pit. There's a huge fight going on with the red Adamics fighting each other, about 1,000 on each side. And the pit was firing up already. This crystal is superheated. There's part of the red atom inside it. First time, the red atom. 10.572 million years ago. Anyway, the pit got its energy by taking solar energy and then the energy from the magma in the planet. And there is aligned like a cone, open cone of crystals like this, and then longer ones that with a cone like here, and then over here in a hole. I mean, where they came together, there's a hole, and there was an opening, and then a hole literally drilled through the earth all the way down into the magma, and then a special crystal right here, and then there's another crystal at the top, and then those pieces were just little right where they came together like this. Those little things came out. They're like they would balance the energy where it went from solar to from inside the earth. They'd run the ships and stuff. But when they started building a bunch of them, I dismantled the first one. And then later they decided they wanted more, of course, so they made 5 of them. And that's 5 holes going all the way down through the continent of Atlantis. Right into the magma. And the more you run it, the more energy you put through it, it opens up the hole and starts breaking up the continent. Then you have bye-bye Atlantis. It's funny about how numerology is very real as long as you leave it basic. The number 7 is very big in the creation of this universe. Seven times Atlantis. There were 7 different events where Atlantis sunk. There was 7 different events where Lemuria sunk first. Different islands moving around. Atlantis was a huge continent, okay? There was some large islands off of it, but it was a huge continent. Lemuria had some very large islands, but it was spread out all over the place. Hawaii was and still is a capital of Lemuria, and New Zealand is the southernmost tip of it. By the way, hi Raj, love you, man. So much more I want to do. Whatever, I can do what I need to when I get out of here. Getting light. I got other stuff I got to do now too. There's a race of being called the Energans. They're in book 1. The different type of electrical beings you're not aware of yet. I wasn't aware of it until I found out No one's waking up too quick or too late. But the time to engage is as soon as you can. You don't have to become a master telepathician. There's no such thing. Take the word master and put it where it belongs, in the toilet, flush it. Wake up, get as strong as you can. Through normal processes, crank up, that's good too. Stone energy, yeah, big time. Spheres, you spend about, if you spend 5 to 10 minutes with a sphere, for a power-up sphere, or something pineal, whatever, and if you want a personal sphere made, well, then it'll be made for exactly what you are. But you can also, you can call, no, not now, Deanna's still trying to get moved. That's a big, big undertaking. But she can make it, I'll make it while I'm still alive. This body be dead soon. But she'll make them for you relative to your body, just like I do. That if you spend 3 times a day, you spend 5 or 10 minutes with it, and then leave it. These spheres, folks, those suckers are strong. I make them like that. And any of the powering up spheres have star essenite in it. Okay, if you put it on a night table near you when you sleep, and then just spend 3 times a day, even just 5 minutes, putting your hands near it, relaxing, letting it charge up your body, it's going to have an effect on you. Your body's going to start waking up. Your energy is going to flow stronger through your body, especially when it's there the whole time when you're sleeping. These max power spheres are crazy. Someone can't feel energy yet, you give them one of those to put their hands around it for a while. Tell them just to sit there and hold it for 5 minutes. See what starts happening. They're going to put it down because they're going to think they got a headache. No, their head's coming alive. It's not a copper, shiny copper joke. They're real. Just like your abilities that you don't even know about yet. Getting cranked up, that gets you going real quick. So that helps you become awake and aware. And then, boom, you can start talking with them. Do you think they're going to go through the government? And then you have to wait to watch them when they're on news? You can't talk to them? No, wrong. A lot of you are talking to them already. A lot of them are coming to you. So, 2 twin brothers I had a consult with yesterday. I told him, I said, you got ship activity around the house? And he goes, yeah, we're seeing them. They're coming down. We're taking pictures of it and all this other stuff and triangular ones. And then I said, well, you got one guy that's like in a shuttlecraft. It's just him, and it's a round ship. It's pretty much round. And he just goes back and forth. It's just him on the ship, just shuttling supplies back and forth. And he goes, yeah, we got a picture of that. That's the one that started really coming in strong recently. I said, yeah, he's trying to move stuff out. So anyway, all you have to do is wake up. Start to wake up. Get going. Talk with your spirit guides. Relax. Calm down. These emanation spheres, I've got some really high quality jade in there. That helps you relax. I have another one that's like a shamanic journey. It's an emanation sphere, but it's been modified so that you can actually start getting vision, okay? That kind of thing is really good too for telepathy. The pineal. You use when telepathy involves firing up your whole brain and using it, but the pineal is very important. When Deanna finally gets back up here with the rest of with the whole Miami shop, we're putting it all together here at my house, and I have a huge shop here at the house. It's almost as big as my house. When you look at it, it's just like. Then things that you'll see everything on thespiritualfoundation.com. But folks, they've been here for a long time. They've been landing them for a long time. We have our own, shuttlecraft. We've had them for a while. And pretty soon our friends are going to be here and, literally walking around. They'll be part of our daily life. 100 years from now, they'll be walking all over the place. You'll see them, going by in the street. So, and understand they're people that are just more advanced in different bodies. Remember, the bodies come from the planet where they originate from. Some of them need a different atmosphere. Why? Because that's the atmosphere on their planet. And their bodies come from that planet, so they need that atmosphere. They're supposed to be there. The bodies are made for them to have lives on that planet. Folks, it's as simple as overalls. Everyone tries to get so high tech, they get so involved in something, trying to find all these little things to say, look what I found, see? David Wilcock, see? Look at me, see? That's so stupid. That is so silly, man. When I first started doing this, people didn't understand. They said, well, what's your philosophy? What church are you from, or what religion, or what, I just looked at them like, what? I said, I tell you what's out there, but most importantly, I help you see it for yourself so you have your own truth. People didn't know what the hell to do with that. They're like, what? No one else is doing it. I'm like, I don't know. Maybe that's an important part of why I'm here. Maybe that's my job. I don't belittle people. It seems like I do a lot. It's not that it's shock treatment, but I'm trying to make a strong point. I've said many times that if I went back in time and went to myself 10 years ago and told myself what I know now, I'd probably offer myself a straight jacket to wear. Try and get me into it. And like I've told you all and others, I've put myself in a rehab center where they could have thrown away the key. And not only did they let me out with any kind of hard medicine or stuff like that they give people. I've got to take my lung meds and stuff. They wanted me to take blood pressure medicine, of course, but I don't. Sorry, not going there. I'm not worried about staying. I'm more concerned about hurrying up and going. Anyway, folks, look, love you. So they've landed. Now what? Don't depend on the media. Don't depend on the government. They're all full of crap. You know what's not full of crap? I hope. It's you. You're not full of crap. It's your truth. Go find it. You do that from inside yourself. Inside your mind, your heart, your solar plexus or gut. And you feel things in the base chakra, that's your emotions, forget about them. Okay? When it comes to love or fear, that's one thing. But when it comes to getting information, finding stuff out, those emotions got to go. You can literally think about putting tar in your base chakra where the spine meets the hip and tarring it up. If you need to relax, Newmite is a real good stone to relax, and there's others too. Folks, love you, man. Have a good one.